Okay, Jim, let me see if I can answer some of your questions. And before I begin, I want to know what program you're using to record your videos, because you can zoom in, which I thought was really cool, and zoom out. Okay, anyway, oops, what happened here? So I'm going to go into my course. Okay, so here I am in a course. It says IC3, but this is my sandbox in Cengage, so pay no attention to that. All right, so over here on my Cengage, I linked up my book. Now, I don't happen to have the MIS book, but I have another book that it looks just like the MIS book, and it's called BUSN. So it's the same kind of four-letter press, so just ignore that. I just don't have your book on my demo shelf. Anyway, you can see that I have probably the same thing you do with that main link here and a Cengage tech support, and I happen to have a chapter 2, but that's only because I created a chapter 2. So if you're not seeing any links here, it's because you haven't created the assignment. So what I got to do is go over to my modules, and then I'm going to come down over here, and this is my course level link to 4-letter online. And when I come over here and load it into a new window, then this should look a lot like your MIS book, only different. And when I go to the assignments, you will see that I have created a chapter 2 exam. So let me go over here, and now I'm going to create a quiz. It's going to be due, sure, the 22nd. This is going to be a chapter 3 quiz. And let's see, do I have anything under chapter 3? Okay, so I've got something under chapter 3. Make that worth a couple points. Save and close. And then what's going to happen, hopefully. Okay, so here's my chapter 3 quiz. And when I come back over here, and when I come to Cengage, then, okay, so I'm going to go to my linked book. Then you can see I now have a chapter 3 quiz where I didn't have one before. So I'll be able to do my deep linking, but I have to create the assignments in my MIS book prior to being able to see those over here. Now, the other neat, and then of course you can go back to the modules page and move those things around. I think that goes without saying. Okay, so if I go to my assignments tab, anything that I've brought in under the 4-letter press that has points to it, I should be able to see those over here. So here's, I think, that chapter 3 quiz that I just created. So that's pretty cool. And then if I go over to where's my grades? It's getting kind of late here. Grades, then anything that I brought over, there's my chapter 3 quiz that I just did. Okay, so yes, the grades will sync for anything that you create over in 4-letter press. Okay, so I think that takes care of that problem. Okay, now concerning the ebook, I'm going to come over here, and I'm actually you right now. Do you see that? And I'm going to go to the Shelley Cashman Collections series. Collections, good. Okay, so let's come over here. And I'm going to get into MindTap. And then once I'm over in MindTap, now one thing I want to show you before we get all carried away here, if I have an assignment that I'm going to have a due date on, I'm just going to come down over here and, all right, so I'll take, let's see, Word Module 1, just for fun, okay? I'm going to assign it a due date, and then what you're going to see is on this, did it go? Yeah. And then on the first thing, what you're going to see here is those are the things that are now due. So this first view is basically my weekly view, but you have to set up due dates here. Okay, now I'm going to cruise on over to the second view over here. All right, I'm going to come down to Word. I'll call these planks for lack of better words, and I'm going to click on over to the Word Module 1. Now, keep in mind that I am not over here, because you are completely right that if I click on the full book, where's my full book? My full book, I'm going to get that partial screen just like you showed me. So you're not doing anything wrong. That's just the full book. And I normally wouldn't recommend that people access it from this direction because you do only get that 40% of the screen. Okay, so you already know that. So now I'm going to come over here, and now I'm in the module itself. So again, how did I get here? I was on the second view. I could also be on the first view if it's also got a due date, but here I am, second view. Now I'm going to go into Word. Where am I? Word Module 1. Word Module 1. And here's my reading. And when I do that, you can see that it opens up the whole screen. So I've got the whole kit and caboodle over here. All right. Okay. So now I'm going to come over here, and you can see that I still have a lot of real estate over here, but I am looking at the full view of my textbook. Okay, let me know if there's anything else I didn't address, and sorry this took me so long to explain. Okay,